One message from a 14-year-old girl, and Lebanon erupted. She allegedly asked Israel to bomb her own school, claiming weapons were hidden underground. Nothing was found. Now police are involved, interrogations have begun, and panic is spreading. So was this a childish prank, or a truth someone wanted buried? A message from a classroom has now become a national investigation. Lebanese authorities are examining an unusual case after a student allegedly contacted the Israeli military, claiming weapons were hidden beneath her school. What began as a reported online exchange has quickly turned into a political, legal, and social controversy. Lebanese authorities have launched an investigation after a student contacted Israeli military Arabic spokesman Colonel Avichay Adraee, asking that the Israeli military target her school, according to statements attributed to the official and to the Shuaifat National College. According to reports, the student was a 14-year-old girl. Lebanese media outlet L'Orient Today said she alleged that Hezbollah was storing weapons beneath the school building. Following the claim, Lebanese security forces reportedly searched the school premises. According to Lebanese reports, nothing was found during the inspection. The school's principal, Hussein Mashik, strongly denied the allegations and rejected the suggestion that any weapons were present on campus. He told media outlets that a female student later admitted to sending the messages as part of what was described as a game with a friend.
The school administration informs you that in order to preserve the prestige of the educational institution, maintain public order, and respect the applicable laws, any student proven to have engaged in harming the school or attacking it through any action or statement that violates the law and regulations, whether in person or on social media, will be subject to legal accountability and prosecution, in addition to strict disciplinary measures, which may include investigation by the intelligence services, as has already begun.
Some Lebanese reports have indicated that the girl was arrested and is now being questioned by authorities, though official confirmation of those claims has not been detailed in the provided information. The case then took another turn when Colonel Adraee publicly commented on the matter, calling on the school administration to respond with what he described as a human approach.
This is my message directed to the school administration. I'm speaking to you from human to human, regardless of any differences. Don't go looking for the boy or girl who wrote these words just to punish them. Make your dialogue with the student based on empathy, not punishment. There might be someone bothering or pressuring them. Teach your students to always speak the truth. And to the youth and children I say, yes, speak the truth and be bold in raising it. But report to your parents and the relevant authorities about any danger or matter that disturbs you, or about Hezbollah's violations against you, against your future, and against your lives.
The remarks come amid heightened tensions in Lebanon, where allegations involving schools, civilian sites, and armed groups remain highly sensitive. The incident has also drawn public attention because Adraee has become a widely recognized and meme-like figure in Lebanon in recent weeks, with local media reporting on interactions involving his lookalikes. A ceasefire may be in place on paper, but on the ground, the threat of escalation appears far from over. Now, a senior Hezbollah military source has issued a stark warning, saying the group is prepared to revive tactics associated with one of the bloodiest chapters in Lebanon's conflict history. According to remarks given to media, the unnamed Hezbollah military leader said,
"The group will return to tactics from the 1980s and activate suicide squads to prevent Israel from establishing a foothold. Large groups of suicide bombers are deployed in the occupied territory according to pre-prepared plans. The mission of the suicide bombers is to engage with enemy officers and soldiers in the occupied Lebanese villages.
The warning comes as Hezbollah also announced a series of fresh attacks on Israeli forces inside Lebanese territory. In an official statement, the group said its fighters targeted an Israeli military bulldozer while it was demolishing homes in the city of Bint Jbeil. Hezbollah also claimed responsibility for striking a Merkava tank in the town of Kontara. A third operation reportedly targeted two separate gatherings of Israeli troops in the town of Nakura. Israel, meanwhile, continues to argue that Hezbollah's rocket and drone capabilities represent a major security threat and has called for further military action inside Lebanon. Although a ceasefire is officially in force and was recently extended, cross-border attacks and military operations by both sides have continued. The violence has displaced hundreds of thousands of people, many of whom remain unable to return to their homes. Meanwhile, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu met with senior military officials and claimed that Hezbollah now retains only around 10% of its original arsenal. He said that estimate was based on a comparison with the missiles the group held at the start of the war, though he did not specify whether he meant the conflict linked to the war in Gaza or the more recent confrontation tied to the US-Israel war with Iran. Despite those claims, Hezbollah is still widely believed to possess tens of thousands of rockets, missiles, and drones. Lebanon also remains under growing pressure from both Israel and the United States to disarm the group. Netanyahu further stated that agreements brokered with Washington and Beirut had granted Israel what he described as freedom of action to counter immediate and emerging threats. He added that Israeli forces were continuing operations in the security zone and north of the Litani River. According to the figures cited, ongoing Israeli attacks since March 2nd have killed 2,521 people in Lebanon. The latest rhetoric suggests that while diplomacy may have bought time, it has not secured peace. With threats of suicide operations, continued strikes, and competing claims of military strength, the Lebanon front appears dangerously unstable.